Good afternoon and welcome to Nora's Dog Training Company. We're here with Fred and Myla, and we're going to re-demonstrate the obedience command she's learned here at school. Now Myla has a standard 6-foot web training leash, and she also has her training collar on. Now you're familiar with both of those, and she is sitting very nicely at Fred's left. Again, that's where all the training commands are taught and performed, and the first command we're going to demonstrate is heeling. Myla has been trained to automatically heel with you when you give her the command, and she shouldn't forge ahead or lag behind. You can see she's very much under control right now. She automatically sits whenever Fred stops moving his feet. He doesn't have to ask her or give her any sort of correction. A nice automatic sits there. She's matching pace with Fred. Another nice automatic sit. Now the stationary stay command is a hand and a voice command.
Okay.
Fred uses the flat of his left hand. The one-word firm command to stay. Now we have a lot of distractions going on right now. The wind's blowing 20 miles an hour. We're down here at the shore. A lot of leaves going on. There's a video camera, a tripod, and she's holding that stay very nicely. When Fred returns back to her, he's going to walk all the way around her, and she should hold that stay even though he's getting behind her. And she did so very, very nicely. Didn't even think about moving. As you practice with Myla when she comes home, increase that timing. So that was 30 seconds or so. You can work up to 3 minutes at least with her. When Fred changes direction, she follows suit. Again, whenever Fred stops, she automatically sits. Very nice. Another automatic sit.
Stay.
You notice Fred changes the tone of his voice too when he gives her that stay command. It's a firm stay. He doesn't use her name. He goes out to the end of that training leash again. As you practice with her, you can drop that leash if you're indoors or in a fenced-in area. Now instead of returning back to Myla, he's going to call her. He lightens the tone of his voice. He uses that leash as a guide if he has to, if she gets distracted by his scent. But she comes back to him. She doesn't jump on him. She sits when she reaches her trainer. He gets her back to heeling and back to heel position. They take off again. Nice automatic sit. One of the things that we may or may not have told you with Myla is I would keep her training collar on, the collar that she's got on when she performs obedience. I would leave that on her too when she's home. Take a cheap training leash, cut it to where it's 4 or 5 inches long, and leave that hanging from her collar. And that way, if she does go to counter surf, if she does something you don't like, you have the ability to correct her. Now you can see she's getting distracted there with a scent. Fred's going to go right back to it. We don't give up. It's important that she follows these commands until you give her another one. And we'll show you that recall or the come command again. Comes back to Fred, automatically sits, and then he gets her back to heeling. Everything is very structured. You know, there's not a ton of emotion on Fred's part. We say the bulk of our praise at the end of the training session. Of course, if she's lagging a little bit and seems uninterested, then we'll give her, a pat on the chest. We'll, really try to encourage her. But I notice sometimes with Myla, when she gets too excited, that's when you start to lose her. She gets really distracted. She wants to play and get all silly. Now, the next command we're going to show you is the down command. The down command is a hand and a voice command. Fred uses the flat of his left hand and the firm command to down. Changing your tone and how you tell Myla certain commands is important. She needs to know that there's no question mark at the end. We expect her to do these things. And when Fred returns back to her, just like he did with the sit stay, he's going to walk all the way around. It's important that she doesn't get up or break that until Fred gives her a command. And Myla heel, and she jumped right up and starts walking again. Now she's been really good with us. But we've been doing these training commands and practicing with her multiple times a day. So morning and afternoon, 15, 20, 30-minute training sessions occupies her brain, makes her think.
Down.
Well, she was a little slow on it. Nothing wrong with it. She did it. It required no correction. But if you tell her down and she doesn't respond to it, think of that leash as like reins on a horse. If you have to give her a little tug towards the ground to get her to do so, that's the way to do it. Again, Fred has a couple options from here. He's going to call her. If you have to use the leash and a little tug to get her to come to you, that's fine. But you can see she returned back to Fred very, very nicely. Now the last command we're going to set up for is going to be your distance down. And when Fred puts her into a sit-stay, he'll walk out to the end of the 6-foot training leash. He'll use his right hand and the one-word firm command to down. And all of these commands are designed to have Myla respect you, to keep her paws off the counter, not steal your Chinese food when you walk away from the room for a minute. She needs to know that you guys are the boss. We love her to death, as you guys do as well, but she can be tough for you. So practice these commands. This is a 6-minute video. If you time this by 3, I think that's a good starting point. So we want to thank you for sending Myla back. We really did enjoy it. We look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow, and have a great day.